Hello everybody, I'm Jackie Fox and welcome to the first episode of Fox Talks. This is a thing that we're going to be doing a little bit more often, but first, before I explain what this even is, let me start with a thought. I've gotten to this really strange point over the last week where I don't think my body knows what time it is anymore. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. It probably has something to do with just spending way too much time indoors and the way indoor lighting is, and not having windows like that open, or really many that face good outdoor lighting. So I've kind of forgotten what time to naturally wake up and what time to naturally fall asleep. And in addition to that, then the sun actually goes down. It doesn't help that daylight savings time just happened, but it's weird how like you can be in this one state and you're just like I'm in this isolated state, and then it's weird how you can be in a state like kind of an isolated state where you're contained from the environment, and then all of a sudden you go out into the environment and you're like, whoa, I'm not in the part of the day that I thought I was. Like you just kind of walk outside and you're like, whoa, the sun's out. Are you kidding me? That's a thing? That light is really bright up there. Like, God. Or you're just totally psyched to get out of the house for the first time all day, and you walk outside and it's dark, and you're just like, oh, well, I guess the warm part of the day is over. Now I need headlights. I guess I'll go to sleep soon or something. And to be completely honest with you, I probably wouldn't have left the house today if it weren't for recent Pokemon Go news that 7-day streaks for items for spinning Pokestops will now always reward one evolution item. When they first unveiled the concept of evolution items, a lot of people were getting them from their 7-day streaks, and that's still, albeit before this update, that was still the most likely time to get them, because you get like 20 fucking items on your 7-day streak, so why not? But now it's actually guaranteed, and now I have a reason to leave the house every day. Yeah. Anyways, we'll get into more of that and dig a little deeper in a second. But I've got to say, I feel sorry for all you losers who actually live like right by a Pokestop, like you can spin it from your house. I mean, guys, you never have to leave the house. How much does that suck? Kidding. I know normal people leave their houses. I usually do too, but it's been kind of a tough week. Anyways, title card. Oh wait, I haven't figured out what I want to do for a title card yet. I will have title cards in the future, for sure. Dramatic jump cut. Actually, I didn't do a jump cut there either. I just wanted to say things that seemed like they would be good in that scenario as a segue, but I actually had no plans of carrying out what I said, much like the run-up to Donald Trump's presidency. Although he is keeping some of his promises to destroy everything that we hold dear. So he's cutting all sorts of funding all across the board. Really, there's a lot to complain about here. I think one of the best complaints is about cutting Meals on Wheels. Like, dude, you're against old people getting food? Like, people who can't leave their house, people who can't drive themselves. You're against someone bringing them food once a day. Like, 5 days a week? that's too much humanity for you. But no, actually the one that really pisses me off, and I think is the biggest problem right now, at least on a symbolic level to me as a person, don't get me wrong, a lot of the other things in the budget are fucked, but on a symbolic level, the one that bothers me the most is cutting funding for the arts and the humanities. For one, because it only costs like, I don't know, like $1.50 or $2 per year in tax money from me and from everyone who pays taxes to actually support those things. But two, because my experience with art was that it was what made me ask questions. It was what made me realize things and come to discoveries. Art was a way of thinking for me. And making videos like this are a way of thinking for me. And this, unfortunately, is my contribution to the arts right now. Oh well. I've worked on a lot of mediums over the years, and I really enjoy video. Now, as for what Fox Talks is going to be, Fox Talks is going to be, well, me, you, and a camera, essentially. That's really all I'm promising at this point. Think of it as a video Facebook status update or something like that, except that it's really hard to convey yourself in text, and there's not really that much personality to it. I mean, oh yeah, you can tell she has personality. She puts tildes and shit at the end of all of her sentences, or oh man, look at that guy, he's really got some personality, look at all those emoticons. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit and it's fake. This is real, this is who I am. And I mean, I would love to talk with each and every one of you for like 10 minutes about my day, but A, kinda scared of like random people, even though you guys aren't necessarily random. And B, I mean, even if I'm just looking at my Facebook friends audience, that's like 400 people. Especially right now, I don't have time or gas to do that. Well, actually, I probably have plenty of time to do it, just the money to get there is the hard part. Which brings me to something I've been kind of working circles around a little bit during this conversation. I recently lost my biggest client at work. This is the one that was paying pretty much all of my bills. I do have other clients. It brings in a couple $100 when they decide that they can afford to pay me, I guess. I need to work on that. You know who you are, okay? I need to make rent this month, dude. Help me out. But I do social media marketing. If anybody knows a small business, I've been doing this for years. It's something I'm very good at. I don't know what else to say about myself. Just like, help me work for my money, essentially. If you know somebody, send them my way, Maybe it's this bar that you know about that you can never find on like Facebook or anything. And you're just like, well, why aren't they marketing themselves? It's because they're good at being a bar. And like, you can't blame them for that. Like, if I thought that I had to study social media for every career that I wanted to get into, I mean, that's crazy. You outsource that shit. But every business needs it. Again, help me make some money here. That's all I'm saying. It's not a get rich quick scheme. I'm just, help me find some work. I'd appreciate it. Because, and one of the reasons that I've been home so much is because I kind of think to myself, like, well, okay, I need to be doing what I can to try to fix this situation, try to get the next job lined up, try to get the next client lined up. I'm going to have to do that from home because that means less driving, less gas expense, less eating out because I won't be like stuck in the middle of somewhere and hungry, just less expenses in general. I can cook all my own food, except for, the price I'm paying for this fucking space. I mean, honestly, I wish that leases were such that you could just cut and run immediately, start sleeping in your car as soon as you lose your job. I mean, especially with this economy and the way that shit's working right now, I don't know how I can commit to a lease. You know, no work is steady anymore. The whole world is changing. How can you expect us to make financial obligations? Serious question. How can you expect that? I mean, it's like, it's gonna backfire at some point. Every time I feel comfortable enough to get a lease in an apartment, shit hits the fan within like 10 months. What the hell? Even if it's just temporary, even if it's just a temporary hiccup, it gives me like 2 weeks of panic attacks and anxieties where I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do this month? They're gonna kick me out. Now, I mean, for the record, I've never actually missed a month rent payment. I have excellent credit. I would really like to keep it that way. I've got like 15 days. Probably less than 15 days at this point, but you know, I feel the countdown happening. It's tough. But that's what's going wrong in my life right now. What's going right in my life is this. I love making videos. I love creating. Hopefully these are going to get more creative in the future instead of just selfie cam footage. But the other thing is I feel like I'm way more articulate in person and in a one-on-one level. I don't really like groups or crowds of people because I feel like I'm being divided between them all. I feel like I have some obligation to entertain all of them, and I end up entertaining none of them, and I end up engaging with none of them because I'm afraid to engage with one exclusively apart from the others. I'd rather just hang out with people individually, and it helps me psychologically to communicate with a large group of people, to stare at a single camera, at a single point, and to pretend as though I am having a one-sided conversation with a single person. So hopefully, this will allow you and me to become closer together. Also, if you want to make your, video replies to this, that would be fucking awesome. I would totally watch video responses from people, all over the world. Especially since there's not the pressure of, a one-on-one Skype conversation in the middle of my day. I can fucking make my video and post it whenever I want. You can make your video and post it whenever you want. I can watch it whenever I want. It's amazing. I like it. I mean, I would really love for more of us to connect in this way. Maybe it's kind of a harebrained idea, but, I'm a fox. It's mostly hair in there. I don't know if you, yeah, see, hair. Just hair all in the brain, far down as you can see, all harebrained. I think it's where I'm keeping my tail, actually. Yeah. Roll credit.